Chapter 083 The Sun Moon 5-Star Bracelet. Poof! It sounded like stepping on and bursting an egg. Blood splattered everywhere. A white-haired jumping corpse, a member of the demon race royal family, was swept by Fang Han's sound-slaying demon blade. Not only was it sliced clean in half at the waist, the massive impact also shattered it into a pulpy, unrecognizable mass of blood and flesh. Even setting the sound-slaying demon blade's sharpness aside, its sheer impact speed alone was enough to crumple and blast apart solid steel. No matter how tough a white-haired jumping corpse's body was, it meant nothing against this force. But Yin would never let such resources go to waste. The yellow spring net flew out and collected every last scrap of corpse, all the blood, and all the magic blades, earning him a great fortune. A white-haired jumping corpse of the demon race royal family, how potent would a blood pill refined from it be? It would provide enough nourishment for all 10 Azura demon sword puppets to keep their strength strong, and even give them a chance at another metamorphosis. Though no one could say how many rare heavenly treasures would be needed to let all 10 Azuras evolve again, a pill refined from demon emperor bloodline still granted them that opportunity. Without it, they would never be able to advance further in their entire lives. The stronger Fang Han's power grew, the safer Yin knew he would be. His chances of obtaining a pure yang treasure in the future would only grow higher, and restoring his own strength would no longer be just a dream. Every white-haired jumping corpse carried a magic artifact, a Gale demon blade. That was another substantial fortune. Fang Han focused his entire mind on battling the horde of white-haired jumping corpses. Demon fiends filled the sky, howling as they charged. He mentally commanded his 10 Azura puppets to form a battle formation, each position covering the other's gaps, firmly shielding the 3 of them within, while the sound-slaying demon blade struck to kill directly. One white-haired jumping corpse after another was cut down. The bloodthirsty hum of the sound-slaying demon blade rang out again and again. The true blue sword also pierced through the body of a white-haired jumping corpse. Its sword light flickered non-stop, and after more than 30 strikes, it left this demon race royal family member grievously wounded. The true blue sword's power was far inferior to the sound-slaying demon blade, and Princess Hongyi's spiritual strength was not as formidable as Fang Han's. So killing the fiends was a harder task for her. After all, back in Hanhai Desert, when senior sister Mo unleashed the true blue sword, she even struggled to kill a flying Xianxia. And these white-haired jumping corpses were far more ferocious than flying Xianxias, almost matching the strength of Azuras. Gale Talisman. Golden Edge Talisman. Princess Hongyi also felt how difficult it was to slay the fiends. She instantly recalled her flying sword, pulled out 2 artifact-grade talismans from her bosom, flicked her wrist, and the 2 talismans caught fire. They transformed into a gust of wind and a streak of golden light that attached themselves to her flying sword. Sizzle, sizzle. Empowered by the talismans, the true blue sword burst with sudden power, as if it had swallowed a strong aphrodisiac. Its speed skyrocketed, moving as fast as lightning, its sword light exploding and coiling around the blade. In a single strike, it cut clean through the wings on a white-haired jumping corpse's back. Wonderful! Fang Han glanced at Princess Hongyi in surprise. He could not understand why she carried so many magic talismans. The 2 she had just used, the Gale Talisman and Golden Edge Talisman, the first boosts a flying sword's speed, the second boosts its sharpness. But the effect is not permanent, it only lasts half an hour before the spiritual power dissipates, and the sword returns to its original state. Even so, the true blue sword's killing power sharpened several times over, making slaying fiends far less strenuous. Though artifacts are the lowest grade of cultivation tools, they come in countless varieties and are very useful for cultivators in daily life. What's more, when used skillfully, they can still achieve unexpected results. For example, if Princess Hongyi were dueling another swordsman and suddenly unleashed these 2 talismans, she could instantly shatter her opponent's flying sword and kill them on the spot. One white-haired jumping corpse after another was cut down. In the blink of an eye, 50 or 60 demon race royal family members died an unnatural death. Their bones, weapons, and blood all became Fang Han spoils. If an ordinary disciple of an immortal sect encountered this many fiends, they would never be a match. Even a true disciple like Xianxia would probably be unable to hold out. But with Yin, 10 Azuras, 10 flying swords, and the special power of Yellow Spring Holy Water, Fang Han had succeeded in subduing the demon witch and cutting down the white-haired jumping corpses in one go. Of course, this was also partially thanks to Xingyun Baobao. The young child had drawn most of the enemies fired. Yet the situation remained extremely dangerous. The 10 Azura battle formation could not compare to Sirius Smoke, and it still had gaps in its defense. If a horde of fiends broke through, Fairy He and Princess Hongyi would be unprotected, and would likely be killed. Additionally, Fang Han's blood-cotton demon robe had already been shattered by the shock of the sound-slaying demon blade. It would take a long time to repair and resume normal function, and could not protect him anymore. The Yama golden body was powerful, but it could not block the slash of a magic blade. Bang! Sure enough, after a quick communication between more than 10 white-haired jumping corpses, they charged recklessly. The magic blades in their hands flew out, smashing through the defensive perimeter of one Azura in an instant. The rest of the white-haired jumping corpses poured through the breach one after another. Surrender Grand Duchess Mo-Lin and we will spare your lives. Eat them. Eat every last one of them. What have they done to Grand Duchess Mo-Lin? If anything happens to her, we will all be executed by the Senate. Kill these 2 humans and that crane, fight to the death. Kill. These white-haired jumping corpses all possessed sharp intelligence. They were no different from human soldiers, and even cleverer than most. As they charged in, they let out ear-splitting roars, rolling like thunder, wailing like ghosts in the night. Woo! Goo! Ba! Ma! Schwa! Gung! T! M! Seeing the situation turn critical, Fang Han drew another breath, his body swelling once more, and unleashed the 8 tones of the heavenly dragon. A violent sound wave swept across the entire field. Thud, thud, thud. The dozens of invading white-haired jumping corpses stiffened from the shock, and fell cascading down to the ground like raindrops. They slammed hard into the earth, left half dead from the impact. Princess Hongyi did not pause. She urged her flying sword forward, stabbing every fallen jumping corpse to death one by one. These jumping corpses had extremely thick flesh and skin. A fall from 100 zhang up would not necessarily kill them, only knock them unconscious. They would wake after a while and spring back into action. HM? Someone came to save me? Sitting inside his starlight orb, Xingyun Baobao stopped wailing when he heard the sound of the 8 tones of the heavenly dragon. He opened his eyes, saw all the white-haired jumping corpses that had surrounded him were gone, and had gone to attack the other group, so he bounced around in delight. So that white-haired witch Great Azura was a duke of the demon race, with a very high noble rank. One more step up and she would be a prince. After Fang Han's roar stunned the fiends and eased his pressure, he swung the sound-slaying demon blade hard and killed dozens more white-haired jumping corpses. Xingyun Baobao is safe now, right? Why would the Star Cloud sect send such a small child out here? Fang Han pondered to himself as he fought desperately to slay the fiends. Suddenly, a star-sized pellet leaped and flew into the battlefield, joining the fight. Bang bang bang. Bang bang bang. Any white-haired jumping corpse struck by the star pellet exploded into pieces in an instant. The star pellet was this fearsomely powerful. It turned out to be Xingyun Baobao, flying over, who had shot the bracelet out. Sun Moon 5-star thunder. Yin spoke slowly, while immediately collecting corpses. He said in shock, "This is the Sun Moon 5-star bracelet, also a pure yang treasure, no less powerful than the 9 Palaces Golden Pagoda. To think it is in this child's hands. This child's identity is extraordinary. And I crave to devour this bracelet."